Hi, Masa.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you? I heard that in Canada, coronavirus infection is drastically increased right now.
Yes.
Where is the hotspot?
The hotspot is British Columbia, but especially in the east, in Ontario and Quebec. And in those provinces, the biggest challenge is old people's homes.
Oh, that's bad. It's painful.
So we call it supported living. And in a way, they are like a cruise ship without the luxury.
I understand. I understand. This is a kind of import from the New York State.
I don't know. So Canada was slow to stop people coming from overseas. And then in Quebec, many Canadians came home from everywhere, but especially the States,
I see.
from spring break holiday.
I see.
And so at first we didn't realize. Now if anyone comes home, they have to quarantine.
I see. Now, how about the border between the United States and Canada? Completely closed?
Well, yes and no. So it is open for essential goods.
Essential goods only. So technically, you cannot visit Seattle right now.
That's correct. And any Canadian coming home by car or by air is ordered. At first, they were asked politely, but now they are ordered. It is law. They have to self-quarantine for 14 days.
Now, how about people has to be inside the house, or are there any order from the government in British Columbia?
It's a little bit different from Hawaii. My sister in Hawaii, on the island of Kauai, cannot go out except groceries.
Yeah.
In Canada, we are told many times to stay home, to stay 6 feet 2 meters apart, and wash our hands. And most of the businesses and shops are closed, but we can go to the grocery store, we can go to the pharmacy, we can go to the hardware store.
You can take a walk?
I can take a walk, yes. So at very popular places like Stanley Park, there are officials telling people, don't get so close.
I understand. Okay.
Yeah, but we can take a walk. And in my building, everybody does.
So it means like a similar like a Tokyo, because now Tokyo is people are afraid of really this pandemic is getting serious and serious, and government suggested don't go out and stay at home, and of course essentially important stores like grocery stores, they are opened, but it's similar in Canada right now.
But I have to clarify. So in my province, in British Columbia, I can go out for a walk. But in Quebec and Ontario now, they are more serious. And there is a fine if you are too close or out when you don't need to be. So every province is a little bit different.
Because the number of the death and the patient is bigger than that over there.
Yes. And in British Columbia, apparently things might be slowing down, maybe getting better. It's been better.
I hope it's gonna be getting better. I believe. I hope so too. So how about the daily life for you?
Oh, life goes on. So today I went to the grocery store. I came home, took off my shoes, and my feet were wet. And I thought, why is this? And it's because the new person upstairs, I live in a high rise. So the new person upstairs had water overflowing. And they thought they cleaned it up, but they didn't realize that a whole lot of water came straight down to my place.
Okay.
So now it's dry.
Oh, so sorry. It's okay. Okay. Well, I have a question, because you mentioned just a little bit a while ago that from today, in a kind of a strong suggestion of the wearing the mask.
Yes, and the argument is early on, they suggested you don't need to wear a mask because a mask will not protect you, and you will make mistakes with a mask and give yourself the virus. But now it's absolutely opposite. So there's great social pressure because if you are sick but you don't know you're sick, you will give it to somebody else.
True. So when you go out, you have to wear a mask. That case.
I don't have to, but I should, and everybody will frown at me if I don't.
How about the East Coast? East Coast, there are order or strict order of the wearing the mask.
Well, it's brand new today. So in Canada, health is usually a provincial.
I understand.
Like
yes.
But we have a national senior doctor, and until today, the advice was you don't need a mask.
Okay.
And today there was a change.
Do you have any idea, like in case of the East Coast, because a lot of senior people got infected, and then East Coast, like a Quebec government, must be quite serious about it. And how about a kind of fine? You mentioned a fine, which is how much you have to pay if you break the law.
So I'm not sure of the details, but actually Quebec is not the East Coast. You have to go several tiny provinces to get to
Nova Scotia also?
Say again?
Nova Scotia?
Nova Scotia, that's right. Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island. And their infection rate is quite low. So Quebec is a big problem. And I think fines are maybe like $500.
But it's good to have it because it restrict, people to go out. Okay.
And right now, the biggest challenge in Canada is protective equipment. PPE.
PPE, exactly. PPE, particularly for the doctor.
Yes.
How about a ventilator?
Ventilators also are a problem.
Because, in New York City, governor always saying like they need a lot of ventilator. And I believe that Canada also need a ventilator too. So I believe there are some kind of issue about which side and how many.
So in Canada right now, we seem to have enough ventilators, and the infection rate is slower than in the States. So, but we had placed orders for, what are they called? N95 masks, the respirator masks that doctors need.
I see.
And we buy them from 3M in the States.
Oh, okay.
We always buy them from 3M in the States.
3M is a company, you mean?
Yeah, 3M is Minnesota.
Yeah, I know that, right? 3M, I know that. So, okay.
And so last week, President Trump announced that 3M cannot sell outside the U.S.
That's terrible.
That's terrible. And so we have a contract, but they cannot ship.
Interesting.
And so right now, there is lots of political discussion.
And then still 3M is exporting masks to Canada?
At the moment, they have shipped, but the shipments have been stopped at the border.
Oh, because it's a federal power, Yes. Border control. I see. Interesting news.
And the challenge is that 3M also supplies Latin America.
Oh, yeah, I understand.
And so 3M's argument has been this is a bad thing, but Trump likes to look good.
Totally understandable. Okay. So right now, if you go to the grocery store or pharmacy, you can buy mask. Mask is available? No. Yeah, it's same in Japan too. It's a serious issue. So you have to stock the mask.
So even 2 weeks ago at the pharmacy, at the grocery store, masks were all sold out. And so we are told to make our own.
Oh, wow. So you saw the mask.
That's right. Yes. And in Vancouver, the grocery stores open early at 7, only for old people. So you have to be over 60 to go to the grocery store at 7.
Okay, I understand. Okay, time is almost up, but are there any messages to Japanese or to the world about this pandemic?
Oh my, I guess stay safe. And I think try to help each other.
Sure.
Yeah, because Italy needs help, a lot of help, and Japan so far seems to be doing okay.
But still people have a lot of fear. It's now start going up.
Yes. And so I guess the one thing is that this is every country is on the same side. And so in that way, it's very different from most major global problems. Usually it's countries fighting against each other. And now it's just states trying to buy protective equipment.
That's a problem. It's a contradiction.
Yeah. Yes, it is. But
we do need to integrate like this.
I think so. Yes, I do.
I agree. Okay. Thank you so much for your time today. And please stay safe. And I hope that the Canadian situation will get better.
I do.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So long. Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. はい、いかがでしょうか。カナダ、バンクーバーですね。彼女、マーサさんなんですけどね、バンクーバーに住んでて、バンクーバーはどちらかというとウエストコーストですよね。それに対してね、今一番深刻なのはイーストコーストの方だということで、特にお年寄りたちの感染がひどいということですよね。そこでね、東海岸の方のカナダでは厳しい規制が張られてて、外に勝手に出たりすると罰金になるということですよね。それに対して、西海岸のバンクーバーの方は比較的緩いんだけども、今マスクを買ってほしいと、みんな、政府の方も言っていると、マスクをつけてくれと言っていると。それからソーシャルディスタンスはもちろんのことですよね。ただここで非常に面白かったのは、アメリカとのことなんですが、3M って会社がありますよね。ここはね、マスクとかいろんなものも作ってる会社って大きい会社ですね。アメリカのいわゆる連邦政府がね、3M にマスクとかそういう、ものを海外に輸出しないようにと、ストックするようにという厳しいお達しを出したと。それで国境で輸出がストップされているためにカナダに届かないと。そこでカナダとアメリカとの間で緊張が生まれていると。病気の時っていうのはね、こういう緊張感が、お互いにね、物を取り合うという、人間のちょっと変なところも出ちゃってるんですけどね。寂しい話だけども、彼女はそういう中でね、頑張って、ともかくお互いにこうやって連携してね、これを乗り越えようね、というようなことですよね。日本もだんだんとね、カナダに近づいてきて、カナダも急激に最近増えたんですね。患者が。死者もどんどん増えてるんです。そういう緊張感のある中でのね、そういうね、物資の問題。これが今カナダにとっては一番気になることだということでした。さて、さらにね、インタビューを続けていこうと思います。世界の情勢、ぜひね、直接こうやって、聞いてください。お願いします。